just to be clear, you are going to raise taxes to do this.
Yes, we will raise taxes. Yes, we will. But also let us be clear, Chris, because there's a little bit of disingenuity out there. We may raise taxes, but we are also going to eliminate private health insurance premiums for individuals and for businesses.
All right, Bernie Sanders said he's going to lift taxes on the middle class there. Now, a lot of people saying, oh, there goes Bernie again. But you know what I liked about that? And whether you like or dislike the senator, he's consistent. He's also pretty good at math and figuring this much, that just socking it to the 1% or the upper class and having them pay for everything, well, you can't do it. So he is saying, well, in order to pay for a lot of stuff I want to do and the government benefits and programs and college education, all this other stuff, well, it's going to have to go down to the middle class. They're going to have to pay a little bit more, but everyone will get more. You can argue over the details, but there's no arguing. He was honest. He was honest. We could use more of that on the left and the right. Jessica Ehrlich now, Adriana Cohen. Adriana, what do you think of that? That's my only point. I don't agree with that strategy. My only point was, well, thank God someone came along to say, just, you know, zooming the rich ain't going to do it. I won't get enough money doing that.
That's right. I mean, that's one thing I think we can all appreciate about Bernie Sanders, Republicans included, is that he's honest. And that's why I think one of the main reasons why he's dominating in the polls over Hillary Clinton. It's because he has authenticity and he's not a phony. He is telling the American people up front and voters, if you vote for him, be prepared for higher taxes. And so at least he's laying out what he's going to do instead of doing a bait and switch game, which we've seen so many times down in Washington.
All right, now he might come back to resent what he said or regret what he was said, Jessica, but he is telling folks, you too in the middle class could be paying more. You'll get more. That's how he's selling it. But will that affect how he does in states when he moves to the South, where this sort of issue becomes much more sensitive?
Well, there's a possibility. You know, it's very interesting because I think we're looking at a different sort of temperature in the electorate than we've seen in a long time. I mean, we saw this backfire on Dukakis back when he was running against Herbert Walker Bush.
Very good.
Because he said at that time, I will raise taxes, and then, as we know, the read my lips, no new taxes. Well, you know, as Adriana just said, people are tired of hearing the same old from politicians. No one believes their taxes are not going to go up, whether you sign a pledge or you don't.
So in other words, they've resigned themselves to the fact that they're going to have to pay more for government. But in Sanders' case, he's going to give you more from government. Adriana, that's a difficult balancing act. Can he pull it off?
Well, you know, it remains to be seen, because I think definitely Hillary Clinton, his opponents, will use his willing to raise taxes on the middle class in a future attack ad. No doubt about that. But then again, you know, Americans are tired of being lied to. I mean, we were promised with Obamacare that the average family of four would save $2,500 a year, and look how that turned out. Instead, premiums skyrocketed. So it's refreshing to at least be told the truth, and I think that's important.
But, Jessica, you're also a very good political historian. You know what's happened to candidates who promised tax hikes. Whether you mentioned Michael Dukakis, I could go back and down to Walter Mondale. It's a tough sell unless you can fashion it in a way, as I think Bernie Sanders tried, you're going to get a lot more back than what you pay in. Few have succeeded, if ever, in that argument. What do you think this go around?
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, because it's also sort of a referendum on Obamacare and health care in general, and how popular people are going to get behind having a nationalized health service. I don't really see that happening. I mean, it sounds good in theory, but I don't see people on a nationwide level being, oh, yes, let's do that. However, they want to get some value for their dollar. People pay taxes. So, you know, instead of vague promises like, oh, yes, everyone knows we need more infrastructure.
It could work. We'll see, ladies. Tight for time. Much more after this, including